What is going on, dudes?
When we start, you should say, "Are you ready?" And then I'll say, "Yeah," and then that's how we started. But you start recording before that.
We got some more Rise of the Duelist news revealed tonight, which is really hype because it's a bunch of apparently theme support, archetypal support, which is really awesome because I love it when they do this in sets. They've been doing this a lot recently, and I think it is the exact way Konami should and is going. And so I only read the first two, but the rest I have not read at all. I've just seen what archetypes are here. But let's get right into it. Right there. Today, also this is Gavin.
Hey, I've been on other videos, but not this type of video.
Not face. Not this type of video, and your face hasn't been in it.
Yeah.
All right. He doesn't really know that much about Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, so I'm going to be asking the questions in the back.
All right.
The questions that need to be answered.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
First monster is Nemesis Keystone. The Nemesis is the new archetype coming out in Eternity Code. This is a new card they're getting in Rise of the Duelist. This is an Earth Rock effect monster. It's level 1 with 700 attack, 0 defense, and both of its effects are hard ones per turns. First effect says you can target one of your banished monsters except for itself. Special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, shuffle the target into the deck. That's pretty standard for the Nemesis archetype. And the second effect says, during the end phase, if this card is currently banished and was banished this turn, you can add it to your hand. It's kind of nice. It kind of has like a Sinister Serpent-esque effect to it, in that it can possibly just rotate every single turn as long as you're able to banish it, get it into banish, which the deck likes to do. So pretty easy. I think it's nice. I think it fits with the other ones, and I think it just follows suit. It's not crazy. It doesn't break the archetype wide open, but it's nice. We knew they were going to get an Earth one because they had fire, water, and wind.
Now, how does this deck work, and why does this fit into the deck?
All the cards have literally like the same first effect. As long as you have any monster banished, you can just target it, shuffle that monster back in the deck to special these guys from hand. So they get out of the hand really easy if you're able to set it up. And then they have big boss monsters that are they have good protection effects and very powerful removal effects as well. I think the deck's still missing some things. I think they'll get more cards, but they're still missing some things. Just kind of a bare bones archetype so far. They need more stuff, in my opinion.
Build it up.
At least to be a pure version. It may be splashable, but for now, it needs more help.
Now, what would it splash with?
I don't know.
Okay.
And the deck's not even out yet.
Really?
Yeah, so this is like support for a deck we don't even have yet. But
so people still need to play with it first.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Next up we have Megalith Foolfull? It's an Earth Rock ritual effect monster with level 2, which is really weird for rituals. Has 500 attack and 2000 defense. You can ritual summon this card with any Megalith card, pretty standard for them. You can only use this card's names, first and second effect, once per turn each. If this card is ritual summoned, you can target one ritual monster in your graveyard. This card's level becomes that monster's level. Then add that target to your hand. Very good, very resource efficient. You do a ritual summon for it, and then you literally just get the resource back to your hand and increase this thing's level to continue with a combo. It's really nice. And the second effect, during the main phase, as a quick effect, so another one with a quick effect, which is really nice as well, you can ritual summon one Megalith ritual monster from your hand or deck by tributing monsters from your hand or field whose total levels equal or exceed the level of the monster you ritual summon. What's really nice here is this can ritual summon from hand or deck. You literally can just use this first effect to increase its level and then just get a free ritual summon straight from the deck, as long as its level is high enough for that monster. You don't use a ritual spell. It pays all the cost by itself, which is really good because that's the biggest problem with rituals is they tend not to be resource efficient enough, at least for a long time. I know heralds can be resource efficient, but outside of that, megaliths look pretty clean. I think this is a nice card for them. I think the problem is they still are missing a win condition. They have the one boss monster that can pop cards when he's ritual summoned, but after that they don't have a way to actually disrupt the opponent via their own stuff. So that could be definitely a big flaw they need to work on. But this card does help the engine. They just need the win condition.
Now, what's the bonus of the level boost?
So rituals, you have to tribute a monster with the same level of the monster you're trying to summon or higher. Okay. So by raising its level, it opens up more options for what you can in higher level, bigger monsters, stronger monsters, better monsters.
Okay.
But yeah, that's pretty nice though. Next we have an Ancient Warriors Allies Wanglong. Wanglong. I know that one.
That was his nickname.
Yeah, that was my nickname in high school, Wanglong. This is a Wind Beast Warrior Link effect monster. He's a Link 2 with 1100 attack with bottom left and bottom right arrows. That's quintessential for really good links. This is pretty surprising. A lot of people did not see them getting links. They thought they would just keep them out of the extra deck, but we do see that. You can only use this card's name's first and third effect once per turn each. If this card is link summoned, you can add an Ancient Warrior card from your deck to your hand. That's okay. This card's already worth it. That could literally be the entire effect, and this card would be really good. Second effect, Ancient Warrior monsters you control gain 500 attack and defense. That includes himself, so he's actually 1600. And the third effect says, as a quick effect, you can send one card from your hand or field to the graveyard, then target a face-up card your opponent controls, and return it to the hand. What the fuck?
Broken.
This card's actually busted. No joke. No joke. This card is what every deck would like jizz for. It gets you a free card on summon. Any card in the archetype. Ancient Warrior's card. That is monster, spell, or trap. It gives a buff to everything, including itself, so it starts getting bigger, and it gives your lower level monsters a nice boost because a lot of them are in the mid-range. They're all, 15 to 1800, so that can put all of them over 2000 for damage output. And the third effect is just straight up disruption. You have a walking compulsory evacuation device, and it just sends any card from hand or field to the graveyard as cost. Or not, no, it's not even cost. It's not, it is cost. It is cost. Okay, just bounce, just compulse anything.
And that would work particularly well with like a pure deck because it's the Ancient Warrior
Right.
monster specifically.
I guess like you could play rank 4s in the deck theoretically, just because they are, almost all the main deck monsters are rank 4s or level 4s with a couple of boss monster exceptions. So you could play some rank 4s and maybe just like generic link monsters, but this card is so strong. It's good going first, it's good going second. This card's the nuts. This card may break the deck wide open, legitimately.
The nuts.
By itself. This card may break the deck wide open. This could be huge.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah. What's up?
What's the red label? Because like I've never seen
red
that.
label?
I've never seen that like red label on
Oh, that's just when they release news. This is like the Japanese version of just saying Yu-Gi-Oh, like the logo. That's the Japanese form of the logo.
It takes a lot of the picture space.
It doesn't stay in. Once they print them, it doesn't have that. This is
so
just when they're releasing the pictures online, like for the first time as news.
And that kind of keeps away.
It's just
copyright.
Well, that and also I think it's just stuff like when I don't know, like companies love to just slap their logo. Nike just loves to slap their shit on their little thing on everything. It's kind of like brand like remembering like so you just see it and you know, oh, Yu-Gi-Oh.
Can I wear the banana hat?
Yeah. Next up, we have Magellanic, the Deep Sea City. Oh, it's up here. I didn't realize it was. All right. This is a field spell. It's always treated as Umi. That's actually pretty spicy for some certain decks, possibly. When this card is activated, you can place one water monster from your deck on the top of your deck. Okay. That's actually pretty nice. All you need is any draw card, and essentially it's a search, which is pretty cool. Second effect, once per turn, you can target one water monster you control and increase its level by 1 or 2 until the end of this turn. That probably supports possible link plays in the deck for sure. And then the third effect, once per turn, if you special summon a water synchro monster or monsters during your main phase, you can look at your opponent's hand, and if you do, banish one card from it until the end phase. So this card's pretty nice. I'm not sure really how good it is. I think the deck will already be fine before this. I expect that deck to actually be pretty legit. I like the third effect the most, kind of, because the deck already wants to synchro summon, so even more hand control. This deck's all about like banishing cards from your opponent's hand and just like so they don't have resources, but it does not, it's only till the end phase. So you're kind of just like, you don't have these cards in your hand till the end of the turn.
Now, if you get a peek at the other opponent's cards, how much do you get out of that? Like you
really
looking
good.
at it out of your eyes?
A lot. It can just completely change the line of play you take so that you know what they have to break through what you have. And if you can, rearrange what you were going to do so that they don't have an out for it. It can be very strong. Obviously, it takes like certain situations like can differ, and you may do it, and then they draw a card, and that one card may change the whole, thing of their like the whole construction of their hand. But still, you gotta respect it. That can be a lot. That information can be worth a lot. But yeah.
So what is the general theme of the deck?
Deep Sea. It's water. It's like it's kind of just generic water. Works with a lot of generic water stuff that's already out, like mermails and Atlanteans.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the water decks work together. Specifically, those three will: Deep Sea, Mermail, and Atlanteans will be, and they'll be really good because hand control is so strong. Just saying you don't get to play with these cards this turn could be really, 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 really good.
Dope.
So yeah. Next up, we have another Ancient Warriors card because clearly they needed another card other than that busted link. Ancient Warriors Saga Southeast Winds. It's a continuous spell. Send this card to the graveyard during your second standby phase after activation. Okay, so it does put itself on a clock, but it's a pretty long clock. Your second standby phase, which is pretty wild. You got 4 turns with it. First effect: once per turn, you can toss a coin once, and if it's heads, send this card to the graveyard. If this card is sent from the spell and trap zone to the graveyard, you can activate this effect. For the rest of this turn, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to your Ancient Warriors effects activations. Also, all Ancient Warrior effect monsters you control gain this effect. When this card declares an attack, you can destroy a card your opponent controls. Okay.
So, tails, you destroy the monster. Heads, you destroy your card.
Wait, no.
No?
No. If the result is heads, you send this card to the graveyard. If it's tails, nothing happens.
Yeah, that's what I said. Wait, no.
Nothing happens.
Oh, that's
if
the
you
effect
tails.
at the bottom, right? When the
No.
card's declared. No?
No, it's all the second effect. You just want heads. You want to send this card to the graveyard.
And what's
Because if
that?
it's sent to the graveyard, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to any of your Ancient Warrior cards activating their effects. And if any warrior monster declares an attack, any Ancient Warriors monster declares an attack, you just get to target one card, or not even target, but just destroy one card your opponent controls. And that's not once per turn. So if you had 3 monsters, you go attack, pop, attack, pop, attack, pop.
And you're completely, defended because they can't attack any of your Ancient
Well,
Warriors.
you'd be using this on your turn, probably.
Mm-hmm.
On their turn, it wouldn't matter as much. You're probably not activating too many effects on your opponent's turn. It could come up. It could come up in either situation, on their turn or on your turn. But this is actually nice as well, especially since this guy wants to send one card from hand or field to the graveyard to target to do that bounce effect. It's really strong. And the last card we have here is a new SHADDOLL card. SHADDOLL just got a structure deck, and people said, it's nice. It has some nice support in there, but it's not amazing. It does not put them over the top where they need to be a truly competitive deck yet. Let's see what this card does. This is a continuous trap, called SHADDOLL Rook. You can only use this card's first effect once per turn. During the main phase, you can fusion summon one SHADDOLL fusion monster from your extra deck by banishing fusion materials listed on it from your field or graveyard, but it cannot attack directly. Then you could send one monster your opponent controls with the same attribute as the summoned monster to the graveyard. That's pretty good. So first thing here is one thing with fusions that I always look for now in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is it doesn't take too many resources. Polymerization plus 2 cards in hand, that's not good. You're putting 3 resources into one fusion. And so because this banishes from grave, means you can use resources that you've already gone through and banish them from grave. So you're not really losing anything. And you're just trading pretty much this card for a boss monster. And that's pretty nice.
Recycling.
Right. And it's a quick effect that you can do on your opponent's turn, so you can see what they are doing first, and then go into whatever SHADDOLL boss monster fits that situation the most. And then the last effect also, if you make a Winda, which I believe takes darks, all your opponent has to do is control a dark monster. You can also just send a dark monster your opponent controls the graveyard. That's the most common type in the game, or attribute. You could go Construct, send any light monster they control the graveyard. If you wanted, theoretically, you go Shekanaga or Grista. Those are the other 2 good ones, really. Using, I think they were, Grista's fire, Shekanaga's earth. Other 2 possibly usable things, but you have to set up the types in grave first also. So definitely solid. I think this is really good, especially just you could just drop a window on your opponent's turn, and some decks just straight up can't beat that at all. They literally just can't. So I think this is really nice, specifically for the control style SHADDOLL decks, but it's nice. I think this works. I think it's a pretty good card. I don't think it breaks them, but it's good. I think it'll definitely help. And if they're putting stuff here and in the structure deck, maybe we'll get more stuff down the road. And hopefully for all these decks. I mean, maybe Ancient Warriors don't need it, but yeah.
So give us the synergy breakdown. How do the cards work together?
What, SHADDOLL Rook?
No, all the cards. How
These don't work
well
together.
No?
No, they're all different. They all go for different archetypes. This is Nemesis. This is Megalith. This is Ancient Warriors. This is Deep Sea. This is another Ancient Warriors, and this is SHADDOLL.
Okay, makes sense now.
All right, I think we're all on the same page here. Hopefully,
I'm caught up.
That's gonna end it off here, guys. If you think I missed anything, because I'm just giving my first impressions here, if you think I missed anything was synergistically wise with any of these cards specifically and their archetypes, definitely let me know down in the comments below, because I'm just one dude. I can easily miss something here or there. And yeah, that's going to end us off here. Thank you so much for watching. As always, subscribe to the channel if you have not yet, and we will see you in the next video. Peace.